Please welcome Paul di Resta. DTM with Mercedes, and at the end of the year, a test with Force India at the young driver test at Jerez went very well, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we had a very difficult year in DTM last year, not off to the best start. But then during the year, we started talking to Force India, and thankfully they gave me an opportunity to go down to Jerez and do 3 half days in the car. It was a big opportunity. It's something I've waited a long time to do, to get a serious chance at driving the car. And it was very productive. And, we came out very strong, and also moved forward and built a relationship with Force India.
It obviously took you a while to readjust from what is, relatively speaking, a big, heavy, not very powerful single touring car. Were you able to make the transition quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I even surprised myself in some ways. I've not driven a single-seater in a year since the test, the GP2 test I did at the end of 2008. But, it came to me pretty quickly. I had a short time in the simulator before, which for sure brought me up to speed a bit more. But, a Formula 1 car, it's just about getting over the comfort zone. And when you get over this, you start to see the results and really get the feeling for what it's about.
It's very difficult, isn't it, for young guys to get an opportunity and get mileage in a Grand Prix car because the restrictions are so tight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a difficult one just now, and the more and more series keep bringing in testing bans, where it's from DTM to Formula 1, it's getting harder for newcomers. And, this 3 days in Jerez, I think it was very well done, very well managed. And there was no big serious dramas during the tests. No red flags. It worked very well, and I think the teams really saw a benefit from it. They were able to run their programs and also to let the young guys who are up and coming get a chance to show them what they can do and also gain the experience.
Where are you at now with the dialogue with Vijay Mallya and Force India? I know there's a reserve driver role up for grabs. Where are we at time-wise?
Things are moving along quite strong. Since the test, for sure, we've been in talks. I would say we're about 90% there. We're in the final stages of just finishing off for what they have a program set. And hopefully we can build, as I said, a very long and strong relationship for me to try and race for Force India in the future.
It wouldn't offer you much mileage in the car as a reserve driver, but what it would do is put you in pole position to step in if something happened to Fisichella or Sutil.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 drivers they have, Adrian did a very good job last year, and also Tonio. But, it's a fight to get a seat. I'm going to try and fight for that, and I'm trying to prove to Force India I'm capable of getting in that car and doing the same job they can, if not better.
Sorry, I said Fisichella, didn't I? I meant Liuzzi, yeah. What about the DTM? If the F1 thing doesn't happen this time, will you be back in DTM with Mercedes?
I'm not really sure what the future is going to hold, but I have a very good relationship with Mercedes. I did 5 years with them, 2 years in Euro F3, 3 years in DTM. They've all been very successful, and we've moved forward. And I have a relationship with some people in the team that's very close. And, I can always say, I'm sure, going back there, we could equally do the same job again. But, things move on, and we just have to see where we can be in the next years.
Does your relationship with Mercedes bring you closer to McLaren and Mercedes GP, perhaps?
Yeah, I suppose it has. I've had a very good relationship with McLaren over the last 3 years since I've been in DTM. I've did some running with McLaren, some aero testing and some small system checks and stuff. So I have a good relationship with McLaren. They've been very good to me, and equally, I would love to drive for them one day. And with Mercedes, with Norbert taking over, I'm sure Norbert knows what I'm capable of, and we for sure want to build a relationship with Mercedes wherever that's going to be.
As someone who's on the fringes of Formula 1 looking in and trying to get involved, what do you see? Do you see a fantastic season unfolding? We've got so many driver changes. We've got new teams, new drivers. Schumacher's coming back. It's a good time to be around, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm speaking to a lot of people on this, and I think this is going to be the best year in Formula One. You know, you only have to see the names of some of the guys in some of the top teams, and you know, I don't have to mention these, but also the new teams coming in. Who's going to be the best of the new teams? And also, it gives the teams who haven't got the budget to be at the front, it gives them something more to race for, and something more or less to achieve. So no, I think it's going to be exciting. Difficult to judge going into it. It's going to start very soon, and it's just going to be a waiting game.
Well, Autosport will still fly the flag for you. We wish you every success. Have a great year. Thank you very much, Paul de Resta.
Thank you.